Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Hey everybody!
Hi!
What's happening?
Hey everybody, welcome to Homegrown Harvest Live. It's Tuesday, June 4th.
Maybe the black flies will keep, well, I see them now, but we won't have to perform masked as we did last time we were live from the garden. A little warmer now. We did get into the 30s last night down in the valley. Stayed a little warmer uphill in the hill, but we've got to, well, show them the wraps. Boy, these things have really been great. The plants that are in these wraps, we showed them to you a couple of times
before. I can't
but
move the camera.
but the difference in how those protected plants, I don't know if you can get a peekaboo into one of those, just to get a little look at what,
Let's see,
how
which
happy
one?
they are in their little houses.
One of them's got a head. Oh, there we go. So, it'd be good if I could see the camera. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. Are you kidding me? God knows what I was filming before. It's probably filming my face, huh? So, anyway, these are the wraps. Today, we are going to talk about Tower Garden. Tower Garden is an aeroponic system that comes in a kit that includes all these little pieces, which we're going to put together. The growing medium, the plants and stuff grow in this stuff that's called rock wool.
Aeroponics, you've probably heard of hydroponics. Everybody thinks they know something about hydroponics. It has to do with growing in water, and hydro does make sense. Oddly enough, hydroponics actually includes some soil in what they do, and that's not bad or good. It's just different from what this system is the aeroponic system, which was actually designed by the same guy that designed, what's the place in
Epcot.
It's at Epcot. Yeah, it's a whole thing where they have this whole ecosystem that's water driven, and this is the home version of that.
It's like the iPod of growing, I always thought. It makes it very simple. All the pieces of rock wool are simply, if you can see here, the water is flowing. There's a system that, and you just put the rock wool in here. I have plants coming, some starts that I will be putting in here. You can start from seed right in the rock wool, and then once it gets a little bigger, bring it out and pop it in. So, but we're gonna set one up today because it's very simple and easy.
So this is your reservoir of water.
What is that? I forgot. What is it, like close to 3-4 gallons?
What'd you say?
How many gallons?
I think it's 40 gallons.
40 gallons?
Maybe. We'll look that up and we'll put that online, what it really is. But
you don't have to come out with water all the time.
But this shows you the central thing of the whole thing. It's just a big thing of water, and right here is a tube.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is we're going to stack little units that look just like this. That just look like this. And they go together. Okay, get the pump, and the tube all the way to the very top, where if I could wrestle this off without getting the camera wet, you see we have a fountain here. The water goes into that reservoir, into that sieve, and then runs down the sides of the tubes, where through the little cups that Christine showed you before, the root system all goes down and just hangs there and just receives the water. Now the water doesn't flow constantly. A timer comes with the kit and it turns it on for 15 minutes and off for 15 minutes.
Or you could set it for that, or 30 minutes on and off. So it also comes with a pump. So
Submersible pump.
Submersible pump. So what you do when you're setting it up is...
And there's the hole on the far
hole
side.
Over here. You see it? I'll get it on camera. So it's a small hole. You snake the cord through that.
It's also a good way to know when you're filling it. If you just leave a hose in it through the fill box, if you see right here, this is where you fill. There's also a lid that goes over this. Sometimes we leave those off just so the rain helps fill them.
So we're going to take the tube, bottom here, screws in. Very simple. Don't even need to get your hands wet.
Oh yeah, you can't turn the camera on the side, can you?
No.
Well, if I made some of you dizzy there, I apologize. That's why cameraman is not anywhere on my what is it? My CV. No, I'm being continental
very
today.
Continental. So the other things these things come with. I only need 2 of these. Why do I have so many?
Because you got 2 tower gardens here.
No, but they're ready to use. So in order for the rods to, these units to stack in properly,
they'll go into the hole. It's right there. They are labeled, and I do not exaggerate when I tell you, when you read the written directions, they tell you that they are labeled hole A and hole B. So and it does say to insert the rod into the A hole.
Into the A hole.
And I'm very sorry about that, but it does say that. So if anyone has been offended, write to Tower Garden, not to me.
I need to switch. I need my eyes. My special eyes. Alright, so these are going into the A hole. And you do have to
spin her up on her side to put a wing nut on the other side, hold it secure. This will help keep your column in column, as we say. Is both a noun and a verb.
Helps if you thread it properly. There's one.
So when we first heard about these things, one of the things that we heard was they say, well, your plants will grow in twice as fast as normally, and that one, they were going to do this for the space shuttle to have these, and I guess they do. But we were a little, as longtime gardeners, we were a little skeptical about whether it was going to grow them twice as fast, and so we did as a little controlled experiment. We got a flat of, actually it was strawberries, I believe, right, Christine?
Yeah.
And we went and we brought the flat home, and we took half of them and we put them in the rock wool, as we showed you there, planted them, and we kept the other flat right next to them, so they got the same amount of sunlight, presumably the same amount of water. And what would you say, what was it, a month later? If we'd have told you that they came from the same batch, you would have been sure we were lying to you.
Yeah, no, it's great actually. I would push plant starts actually with it. I could actually feel like sometimes I'd come down in the morning with my coffee and I'd look at what was going on in the tower garden, and then later on that afternoon I could swear I could see the difference in the growth. Sometimes
it's like that.
You're not necessarily, I don't know, in the garden it takes its time. I gotta get this other wing nut off.
All right, well go get the other piece, and your cameraman will get the rest of the wing nut for you.
There you go.
Or not.
Alright, so the first piece you go, since these are in the A's, now you go B in the alternate. Hole.
Now you see, so you got one set going here, and this is offset by.
There's these little lips that they fit in.
Yeah, you can see it right there. That's part of what helps hold it together, that piece.
So now I gotta go back to the A hole.
I didn't snicker, did I? I'm trying to be growed up.
Yeah, some people don't like to get their hands dirty when they're gardening or bend over. because they might have back or knee problems. And this is a really good alternative.
I don't know, bending over in the a-hole.
You know, to not being able, you know, if you can't do that, you can't do that, but it doesn't mean you have to give up gardening.
But this would be great on a patio. If you lived in an apartment building and had a deck, you could certainly put it out there as long as it got enough sunlight. These can actually be used indoors as well. There's a, you see these little pieces here, which also...
they don't, no, that's no longer used as the system for the lights.
No, I'm not saying the lights. I'm saying there's a cage system that goes around it, which are these rings. So if you're growing pretty much anything, climbing,
vines, tomato plants.
If you're growing lettuce and just greens or something in here, you might not need to have that. But it's nice to have the rings going up. That way you can secure things for tomatoes, for any type of vine things. Works really nicely. But yes, you can also, as I was going to say, then you can also get indoor lights that you can use on them.
The new system that they have, the indoor lights, work off of, it's like a fitted top, a different top, and they come off of the top, and they're flexible. So as your produce grows, you can move the light back so it won't burn it or anything, which is an upgrade from the way they used to.
And yes, what you're thinking, you can use them for growing indoors. You are correct, and many do.
Yeah, I mean, in many states where it's legal, I mean, you certainly can use these to grow.
I expect you could use them in states and where it was not legal to do as well.
We're not advocating that,
but we want what you grow to be healthy.
I feel like I'm missing one.
No. Yeah, well, that top cap you need still. Oh.
This is the top cap.
Oh.
One of my systems has an extension kit, so
kit.
I don't always have mine. And I'm missing my top.
All right, well.
But one of the things that the kit comes with is a pH testing kit. And if you've ever had a fish tank, you're familiar with the pH tank kit. Very simple. You just take a sample of the water. And then, well, the directions weren't in Chinese.
You've been to China, though.
I know, but how many drops of liquid do I put in? Oh, wait. It's in English. Well, thank you for just telling me. Then tell me how many drops to put in. Oh, wait. Add 5 milliliters water sample, 5 drops. So I got the 5. Oh, I took way too much. I took 20.
See our nice giant pinwheel? Yay! To scare away the animals.
All right, so here, can you see it's 5? So take 5 of those. Oops, skip over the dog. And then 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it up. Now
Trip over a doodle.
Nope.
Tripty doodle.
Here. Come on. Okay. We're looking like we got 8, 7, 5. What do we think?
On the pH.
Yeah, Mike, I can't put it in my hands. 7.5 or 8?
No, I'd say about a little more than a 7.5, but not quite an 8.
Okay,
so.
but it's not 7. The 7.5 is within range for growing vegetables. You know, it all depends on what you want to grow. Vegetables tend to like neutral. Neutral's at 7. Also with the kit comes the pH, acid, and base. So depending upon, so this is the plus and negative. So if we want to bring it down, we would use the pH negative acid, which lowers your pH. So we can use some of that solution. Also with the kit comes, so one of the things that's important about growing food, especially if you're growing food, is you want the nutrients. So this is the mineral blend. This is all part of the kit. It comes with it. And
is this all natural?
yeah. So we've dedicated one of our fall mason jars that we're not going to use for anything else. It actually stays out here with the nutrients and stuff, so it's never going to be misused to put in something. And you put equal amounts of the they call it the Tower Tonic Mineral Blend. So I put it up to the 100 milliliters. So
100 milliliters. In ounces, that's... Alexa, how many ounces is 100 milliliters? I need a portable Alexa. Hey, how many of you who are watching there, Alexa just answered the question? right in if they did.
So 100.
Oh, that's a lovely color.
Okay, well.
There's a specimen.
So that goes in.
That's a real specimen out there.
And then you put the B tonic in.
Does the A tonic go in the A hole?
It goes in the same hole. Put in 100 of that. It's about equal.
You need to stir it?
No, because the pump's moving the water around and everything. So as I said, so this is the rock wool. This is the medium that stuff grows in. It comes with all of these are the netted baskets.
This is rock wool. I've heard rock wool has asbestos in it.
What? No.
No, people say that. I've heard it before. There are asbestos like, well, rock wool is it's a naturally spun product. It is rock wool, but it's perfectly safe, and that's a wives' tale which I guess is a misogynistic term these days. But
so we put it up to a timer. I've not set the timer actually. I put it on so that I was testing the.
It's fun to set it for on and off every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I have that already set.
Tick, tick, tick.
It's a pain. You can do a half hour on, a half hour off. That's easier for you.
But also depends on where you've got it. If you can hear it, you may not either want it on for as long or for as short a time. I don't know.
Some people, it makes them have to go.
It has to go pee-pee when they hear it. Yes. Well, running water, I mean, it can be an encouragement.
I think it's a nice. It adds a certain tranquility to the garden, and even though we have all these raised beds and stuff, Mark and I still like setting up the tower gardens. Critters also don't, not to say the chipmunks won't find their way up the tower garden, but rabbits and some of the other smaller critters won't find their way up that way. So we want to thank everybody for coming and listening to us talk about tower garden. If you have any questions, let us know. It's a really fun way to grow food or flowers. You can grow flowers, you can grow vegetables, you can grow herbs. Pretty much, you can grow marijuana if you want. So anyway.
Homegrown marijuana. What would life be? I mean, homegrown tomatoes. Funny can't buy. That's true.
Come visit us on Thursday for Q&A Thursday, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and check us out on Pinterest. Have a great day, everybody.
Peace.
Peace out.